Hey, so I am cleaning out my old office and moving upstairs officially. If you may have remembered, I used to be in an orange office. Now I'm upstairs in a spare bedroom, and I'm going to move in, and I'm going to actually set up the bookshelves and everything, and kind of slowly moving stuff over. And I found some stuff that's kind of funny that I think people like. If you ever saw the old Valve website, and my bio was Chet's self-proclaimed Mr. Awesome, and he does something on the 11th floor, and none of us knows what it is. It's because when I got this. Valve, after we did Half-Life 2 Episode 1, did this like awards thing where everyone got one of these who worked on it, and no one knew what to say. So I was a third person up there, and the first two people were like, thanks, like, hey, I'd like to thank, like, I don't know, they were weird. And I just said, I'd like to thank myself for being so awesome. Right? So after that, when people didn't know what to say, they thanked me for being awesome. And so by the end of it, Scott Lynch, who's the guy the CEO who really runs Valve, was like, I don't know who Chet is, but he seems pretty awesome. And like occasionally just being stupid, being the wild card really pays off. Because that meme ran for a while, and then they made my bio, Kathy actually, the head of HR, wrote it as an example of a bad bio that you shouldn't use, and then she wouldn't let me change it. Which is a little aggressive for an HR person, but we got along. She was fun. She played softball as well with us. But also there's some weird stuff like, I think this is Russians made this memory stick, a USB flash drive that's branded for Left 4 Dead 2. There's a 2 in there, kind of like they would play with our stuff in weird ways. The review from PC Gamer. I have a couple of magazines. I don't know why I never took them out or read them. I think I read them in the office, and somebody gave them to me as a gift then. Because I also have this one of Valve's secret zombie shooter. I know what the secret is. It's called Left 4 Dead. Also, I have a free slice of pie coming. I'm pretty excited about that. Also have I have another one of these somewhere down there. I gotta find little toys. Also, do you remember for Left 4 Dead 2, Ellis and the baseball bat? Hey, we got some little baseball bats. We gave these away. That was a weird thing with retail back then, though, right? Because you had to do these ads, and you have to do them way ahead of time. And GameStop would be like, well, we'll give you money to do ads. But no, they have to be GameStop ads. And then we just did the, hit it out of the park thing or whatever. And then we did these baseball bats with it. I still have one. But not my most prized possession. I can't say who gave this to me because I don't think they were allowed to. But when we were working on VR, they were doing a lot of experiments with sound. And so they made these over-the-air headphones so that you could hear everything but still hear. And it's like pointed into your ears. But so you can hear everything. So it's really great, like with the cats, that I can hear them into the room and everything else, but still be listening to music and stuff. I thank these greatly for these, and I will never say. But yeah, also found, besides this, I found a bunch of UMD things. Man, I don't like to buy things. I don't own a lot of things. It's partially coming up without money for a really long time. I just look at things and people wasted money on it. I'm like, oh my God, now you can't afford food. So I don't own a lot of things. But so like my collection of things slowly comes up, and you'll see there'll be like some of the cheapest bookshelves you've ever seen up back behind me soon. So my IKEA ones. I might go to IKEA on a Sunday to get additional bookshelf. That sounds like a bad idea though. But I want an extra one. I want an extra one so I can put everything in here and just have everything in my room. So like everything's just my gaming computer, the game developer thing is all just in one room and not spread out through the house. It's not really spread out through the house, but it's there. And there's the case. There's a printer back there. I print things like once a year, but always it's something with taxes. But if they want to remove that would help with taxes. But yeah. So also I found the shirt. I have a lot of these. I don't like heavy on my chest, so these weren't like my favorite. Also had the poster of it's really big, so I didn't bring it up yet. But I have the original Left 4 Dead 1 poster that we showed at E3, and it wasn't it wasn't Andrea's left hand; it was her right hand. And then some Kotaku forum member responded posting like, "Why did they use the left hand? That would have like been consistent throughout." We're like, "Oh yeah, that's a good idea." So we flipped the hand. It's actually her right hand flipped, and that's Andrea's hand. But yeah. Man, you won't believe the amount of times you think things are obvious that while you're working, you're so head down, you just don't lift your head up, and they're not obvious. But yeah, so this is some of the stuff. I have more junk. I have also just like a lot of baseball stuff because I used to go to batting practice and get balls. I always get one ball from somebody and then give the rest of them to the kids. Yeah. I don't know. But there, just thought I'd share. This still, it's not just working on Half-Life 2 Episode 1 and me finding kind of my footing there, but it really is that joke of reminding me of sometimes being the wild card is super helpful. Yeah. So I hope you guys are having a good Sunday. This is the benefit of having a football team, the Cleveland Browns, that you don't want to watch anymore because they're moving to Brook Park, and screw them hiring and paying a bunch of people who do horrible things. I won't get into that. I'll just be positive. I'm cleaning my office. Man, it's a lot of work. What do I do with the giant box for my new computer? Like, I feel like I should keep that, but I'm not going to return it. Like, it's going to be fine. I can get rid of that giant box, right? I got rid of the cables. I'm not the guy with the big cable thing, by the way. There's no big cable box going to move up here. I got rid of all my cables, and I've never needed one of those cables. I've never thought about those cables. And partially it's just nice that everything's just going to USB, and you don't have to worry. But yeah. All right, I got to get back to work.